Hello students, I am Dr. Sanjay B. Patil from Savitribai Phule Pune University affiliated SNJB's Sriman Suresh Dada Jain College of Pharmacy, Neminagar, Chandwad, Maharashtra. Today we will study about Introduction to Pre-Formulation Studies. So what is pre-formulation? The word pre-formulation consists of two words, pre and formulation. Pre means prior or before, and formulation means converting a drug candidate into a pharmaceutical product. So the kind of studies which are considered before formulating a drug substance into a suitable pharmaceutical product is known as pre-formulation, because a drug candidate as such cannot be used for administration. Always it is converted into a suitable dosage form for its administration. And as to convert this drug candidate into a suitable dosage form, various excipients are required, various materials are required. Hence, it is very important to take into account all the aspects of drug substance along with the excipients used for development of drug substance into a pharmaceutical product along with packaging materials required, and the kind of studies which consist of all these aspects is known as pre-formulation study. So pre-formulation investigations are designed to deliver all necessary data, which especially includes physicochemical properties, physiological or biopharmaceutical properties, and physico-mechanical properties of the drug substance of which the pharmaceutical product is to be formulated, along with different excipients required and packaging materials used for placing a pharmaceutical product into a suitable package. And all these are responsible to affect the formulation design of the pharmaceutical product, which method of manufacturing we are going to use for developing the product, as well as how the drug substance is obtained. Along with it, it also affects the pharmacokinetic and biopharmaceutical properties of the resulting product of the drug substance, and ultimately it will have effect on packaging of the product, where stability aspect of the drug in the pharmaceutical product is important. So pre-formulation testing encompasses all studies which are enacted on a new drug substance in order to produce useful information for subsequent formulation of a stable and biopharmaceutically suitable dosage form of the drug substance. And hence pre-formulation is the learning phase about a drug. So whatever the drug is obtained from any source, whether it is obtained from chemical synthesis in the laboratory or mineral source or herbal source, once the drug is available, it is necessary to thoroughly or extensively study all the properties of the drug substance. That properties includes physicochemical properties of the drug substance, starting from particle size, organoleptic properties like color, odor, taste, till the stability of the drug substance in its solid state as well as in solution state. So that kind of the study is nothing but the pre-formulation study. So as far as the product development is considered, so this is the layout for pharmaceutical product development. So starting from gaining the candidate drug, new drug substance, till it comes into the market as a pharmaceutical product, these are the various phases, which includes biopharmaceutics, pre-formulation, where in biopharmaceutics characterization and pre-formulation characterization we are extensively characterizing the drug properties. These are nothing but physical properties, chemical properties, as well as biological properties of the drug substance. And by extensively studying all these properties, the designing of the product is done, which involves the optimization of product as well as which process we are going to consider, and then process design is done, and accordingly the optimization of process can be done, and finally the suitable product is developed which comes into the market. So we have to highlight this step in the product development, that is pre-formulation studies. So when we can start these pre-formulation studies? So pre-formulation begins or shall be updated immediately after the synthesis of a new drug substance and its initial toxicity screening. Once we have a new drug substance from any source, either by chemical synthesis, either by plant source, herbal source, or mineral origin, then we can think about starting the characterization of the drug for its physico-chemical, physico-mechanical, and biopharmaceutical properties. Or when a newly synthesized drug shows pharmacological evidence that requires further evaluation in the man. Or when we should go for pre-formulation, when formulation and dosage form changes are required, means whatever the already available drug product is there, and if we have to modify the drug product for improved properties like safety, efficacy, stability, then we have to go for pre-formulation studies. Now what is the goal or objective of performing this kind of the studies, which we can call as a pre-formulation studies? So the main goal or purpose or objective of conducting the pre-formulation study is to develop the innovative, safe, cost-effective, stable dosage form which is capable of delivering the substance for its intended use. Means whatever the drug pharmaceutical product we are going to formulate, it should be innovative, it should be safe, as well as cost effective. Why cost effective? We should take into account the aspect of raw materials required for development of a suitable product for that API. Whatever the product we are going to develop, it must be physico-chemically as well as biologically stable. So that is the main purpose or objective of the pre-formulation study. Now what are the advantages of pre-formulation studies? Pre-formulation study gives directions for development of formulation in choice of dosage form, excipients, composition, as well as physical structure. It also helps in adjustment of pharmacokinetic and biopharmaceutical properties of the drug substance. Means we should take into account the pharmacokinetic and biopharmaceutical properties for developing a suitable drug substance, drug product from the drug substance. It also supports for process development of the drug substance. It supports for process analytical technology. It produces necessary and useful data for development of analytical methods which are required during the development of a pharmaceutical product. Now which are the different physico-chemical properties, physico-mechanical properties, biopharmaceutical properties, or some miscellaneous properties which are required to be studied in pre-formulation? So just we are going to highlight in short the various physico-chemical properties first. So the first is molecular structure of the drug as well as molecular weight of the drug. So which functional groups are present? What is the molecular size of the drug substance? That must be known to the formulation scientist. Then different organoleptic properties like color of the drug substance, odor, taste, that should be taken into account before developing a suitable dosage form for the drug substance. Then what is the particle size, shape and crystallinity of the drug substance? That is also important, because most of the drug substances are administered through oral route of administration, and hence it is very important to take into account the particle size, shape and crystallinity, which are directly affecting the another physicochemical properties like solubility of the drug substance. Then another important physicochemical property of the drug substance is melting point of the drug substance, which gives information about purity of the drug substance. Then thermal analysis profile of the drug substance can be studied to know the physical state of the drug substance, purity of the drug substance, and various thermal methods which can be used for characterization of the drug substances are differential thermal analysis, differential scanning calorimetry, thermal gravimetric analysis, etc. Then along with this, hygroscopicity of the material is also taken into account. What is the ability of the drug substance to absorb, or to lose the water or moisture from it? That is also important. Then absorption spectra in the form of ultraviolet visible spectroscopy method or infrared spectroscopy can be carried out. Then another important property of the drug substance is solubility of the drug, of which the suitable pharmaceutical product is to be developed. So as far as the solubility is concerned, we should study the solubility of the drug substance in water, that is aqueous solubility. What is the solubility of the drug in other organic solvents? What is pH solubility profile, as few drug substances are having the solubility based on pH. So in that case, what is the pH dependent solubility of the drug substance? That should be studied. Then what are the salt forms of the drug substance and how they are affecting the solubility of the drug substance? Then co-solvents, what is the role of the co-solvents for the enhancement of the solubility of the drug substance? Complexation, prodrug approach, effects of pH on the ultra visible spectra. Then another physicochemical property is the ionization constant, which is also known as dissociation constant or pH. So for absorption of the drug substance, once the drug substance is getting dissolved, so what is the fraction of ionized or dissociated species? That is very important, and hence the ionization constant or pK is taken into account. So ionization constant or pK is also important physicochemical property of the drug substance that must be considered in the pre-formulation studies. Then volatility nature of the drug substance, optical activity of the materials, then polymorphism potential, solvent formation ability of the drug substance. So all these are the various physical and chemical properties of the drug substance that must be taken into account for development of innovative, cost effective, safe and stable dosage form. So by carrying out extensive or thorough study of all these physicochemical properties, a suitable dosage form for the drug substance can be developed. Along with these physicochemical properties, some physico-mechanical properties are also important. So these physico-mechanical properties include density of the material. As far as the solid materials are concerned, or if we have to develop the suitable solid dosage forms like powdered materials, tablet, capsules, so these physico-mechanical properties are very important. So what is the bulk density of the material, tap density of the material, what is compressibility of the material? As far as the tablet dosage form is concerned, we should take into account the compaction ability of the material, how the drug is getting along with the excipients compressed. What is the compression or compaction ability of the drug substance? Then photomicrograph, particularly to study the surface properties or topological or morphological properties of the drug substance and other materials. The photomicrographs are important. And next property of the drug substance is the solid state compatibility, that is directly related with selection of excipients for development of a suitable dosage form, particularly for solids. So solid state compatibility can be assessed by the thin layer chromatography method. Then another aspect is the stability aspect. So stability again very important, because once the drug is developed into a suitable product, suitable dosage form, it is very important to remain the drug physico-chemically stable throughout its shelf life, and hence in pre-formulation the solid state stability as well as solution state stability should be considered. So in case of the solid state stability of the drug substance, the effect of various factors like temperature, light, humidity should be extensively studied. How the temperature will affect the stability of the drug substance, how the light and humidity will affect the stability of the drug substance in its solid state, that should be taken into account. Then similarly, solution state stability of the drug substance should be carried out by studying the effect of various solvents, pH, as well as light, that is photostability. Along with the stability aspect, another in vitro availability properties are important. Once a suitable drug product is to be developed, then how the availability of the drug in vitro can be studied. So by taking into account various aspects like dissolution of drug crystal per se, dissolution or pure drug pellet, dissolution analysis of pure drug substance, or rat everted gut technique, the in vitro availability properties of the drug substance can be studied. And finally, there are some miscellaneous studies which can be taken into the pre-formulation studies, which includes plasma protein binding, effect of compatible excipients on dissolution, kinetic studies of solution degradation, and use of radio labeled drug. So this is in detail about the overview of pre-formulation studies, how physico-chemical properties, physico-mechanical and biopharmaceutical properties of the drug substance, excipients and packaging materials are important before developing a suitable, innovative, cost-effective, safe and stable dosage form of the drug substance. So that is a detailed overview of introduction to pre-formulation studies. So thank you for your kind attention.